Welcome to Module 1 of L-O-vate. This is where top loan officers get the tools and strategies to thrive in any market. In these modules, I'm going to share some underutilized but powerful strategies on how to bring value to your referral partners so they're excited to work with you, earn the trust and loyalty of your clients and prospects, prove your expertise as a trusted mortgage advisor, and a heck of a lot more. It's awesome. The people who are implementing these strategies are seeing exponential growth in their production, some of them even doubling and tripling their business. But even better, they're having more fun doing it. It's going to take some work and discipline, but if you jump in with both feet and do the exercises and apply the principles that I'm going to share with you, you will thrive in your career, and it'll become more fulfilling and rewarding than you've probably ever imagined. So, if you're on board and ready to put in the effort, then let's do this. In this first module, I'm going to help you define your why. When we have something to live for, we live longer and healthier lives. We find a whole lot more fulfillment, not just in the big things, but even in those daily tasks that often just feel mundane and repetitive. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Capturing this vision is what the why is all about. And it's super important to start here so you can create those consistent, fulfilling wins, but even more importantly, so you can find meaning and purpose in the process. Our why is what drives our daily activities. If we don't understand our purpose, we allow those small distractions everywhere to take us off course. The ringing phone, that text or email notification, the coworker who wants to vent. And why does this happen? Well, it's because we have no clear boundaries. We have a general understanding of what we think we want to accomplish, but no real clarity on where we're going and no vision or plan for how we're going to get there. Defining our why helps us establish the framework for our behavior patterns in everyday life. It gives us the boundaries to do the important things and avoid the distractions. If we don't have clarity on what we're doing and why, we will eventually fail when things get too tough. We can be resilient and we can get back up and keep fighting, but when we don't know what we're fighting for, we'll eventually break down. On the other hand, when we understand our purpose, our vision will be clear. We'll overcome challenges way more easily. We'll develop solutions faster. We'll have more energy to keep going when the going gets tough because we know why we're doing it. In the exercises of this module, you're going to determine what's important to you and why, which will become the driving force behind everything that you do. I recently heard the story of 41-year-old Jack Weaver, who weighed over 300 pounds. His doctor said that if he didn't lose some significant weight, he would continue to have more health problems and likely suffer an early death. He tried different diets and exercise plans, but he just couldn't motivate himself enough to stick to them. Then, his 9-year-old daughter Megan was diagnosed with kidney disease and needed a transplant to save her life. Jack was the only match in his family, and he didn't hesitate for a moment to donate his kidney to save her life. But the doctors wouldn't operate on him. They said, "Jack, with your weight and health issues, you are too high of a risk, and we can't risk losing you on the operating table in trying to save her life." He was willing to take that risk, but they wouldn't perform the surgery in his current condition. So he asked the doctors what he would have to do to be healthy enough to donate. They said he'd have to lose about 100 pounds and wean himself off of most of his meds, but he had only 6 months to do it. During the next 6 months, Jack changed his habits and his life, and he was able to do something that he had tried multiple times for years before. He lost 100 pounds, lowered his cholesterol and blood pressure, dropped most of his medications, and was able to have that surgery to donate his kidney to save his daughter's life. Once his purpose was stronger than his feelings, he made it happen. When our why is strong enough to overcome feelings of doubt and fatigue and the temptations to fall back into our visionless routine, we can accomplish anything. And that's what we're looking for today. It's narrowing your focus to your greatest motivation or your why, to empower you to accomplish more than you ever have because you know the reason behind it. So here's the exercise for establishing your why. With each of these steps, pause the video to write down the task and go through the exercise. Then come back and we'll go to the next one. The full exercise may take you as little as maybe 20 minutes or so, or as long as an hour or two. Whatever it is for you, take the time and go through these steps. And I promise this exercise will be incredibly valuable for your career and your personal life, as it has been for mine. So number one, first, write down what success is to you. This may involve reaching certain goals or helping people in meaningful ways, or being able to buy anything you want. Maybe being revered by your family or spouse or coworkers in certain ways. This is what success looks like to you. Once you have that, write down at least 3 reasons why you want to have success in your life. Number 2, make a list of what you value most in your life. This could be different experiences, possessions, relationships, maybe freedoms. It's up to you. For me, I wrote down different categories of life that are important to me, like health, family, growth and development, career, connections, those kinds of things. Third, write down 2 of your unique personal qualities or strengths, things that you are especially good at and enjoy doing. Then, think of 2 ways that you're able to utilize each of these skills in your regular life. So you might say, I'm really good at connecting with other people, and I can use this skill maybe when I'm helping someone through the loan process, and number 2, when I share a good book that had an impact on me. So now that you're thinking about what's important to you, this 4th one is the big one. It's called 7 levels deep, where you'll peel back the layers of what really drives you to discover the deepest purpose behind your motivations. At a surface level, our motivations are typically pretty shallow. We may want a more fulfilling job, or maybe to lose weight, a nicer house, or more vacation time. But the real reason, the real motivation or why is much, much deeper than that. I learned the 7 levels deep exercise from Dean Graziosi, and it was super powerful to me. I've included a link down below to a video where Dean explains the 7 levels deep exercise and shares a great example of what it looks like. You may want to pause this video and click the link below to watch his video, and then come back here to finish this module, or you can just go through the exercise with me, and then you can watch his video later for a deeper understanding of how it works. So here we go. Number 1, write down the answer to the question, why are you a loan officer? Next, and for each of the remaining steps, you're going to take your answer to each question, and for the next question, you'll ask another form of why, or why is that important, or why does that matter, to take you closer to your true purpose or motivation. So if my reason for becoming a loan officer is, let's say, to provide a good living for my family, then for question 2, I'm going to answer the question, why is it important for me to provide a good living for my family? For the 3rd level, why does this matter? 4th, write down what's significant about your number 3 answer. Number 5 may be, this is important so that I can, and then fill in the blank. For number 6, maybe you ask, how can that inspire, lift, or motivate me? And finally, why is this important to me? Once you're 7 levels deep, you should know the true reason for why you're doing what you're doing and have a clear vision of your purpose. With this type of clarity, when you feel tired, when you want to quit early, or you don't want to go to the gym or make that sales call, you can fall back on your why to overcome any doubt or stumbling block and push through pretty much anything. The last step in this exercise is to tie your why to your work. You may not love the grind of your daily work routine, but that's okay. If you integrate your purpose into your work, you'll expand your vision to understand how the daily mundane tasks are helping you fulfill your ultimate purpose. You'll likely recognize a shift in your mindset where these tasks are no longer such a burden, but an important part of the process of fulfilling your bigger, more important, deeper purpose. So that's it for Module 1. Watch Dean's video if you haven't already. Review your notes, make any revisions you'd like, and we'll see you in Module 2.